I was standing there like listening to the water go past the hull. I was like, there's 2 miles of ocean underneath my feet right now. All of a sudden the wake behind the boat turned like blood red. It was super creepy.
This sail is just fucking wrong. God damn it. All citizens are being told to just stay indoors. It's like pretty serious situation, so.
Everyone just unsubscribed from us.
There's the tear in the mainsail.
147. I'm like,
that was crazy.
I'm shaking. Holy fucking shit.
Right there.
Where? 3 to 4 days at sea lie ahead of us, and I hope it's pretty chill and uneventful. We are Mike and Taylor, and these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. We sold our home and nearly everything we owned, moved aboard a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way. Well, hello. It feels like it's been a really long time since I've spoken to the camera. I think it actually has been a really long time since I've spoken to the camera. We have just been in sort of like one holding pattern after another for like the last month, maybe last month and a half. It's been like a long time of what just kind of feels like waiting for various reasons. Today, however, the waiting comes to an end. So today we are leaving Baja forever and crossing over to the mainland and beginning our slow voyage south toward Panama. So we just pulled out of the marina this morning. So we now have a boat that is full of food. We have gas, we have diesel, we have water. We are totally topped off and good to go. And we are embarking on a 3 to 4 day journey south. So we've got our little sleeping station set up. This is where we tend to sleep while underway because whoever's sleeping also has a view of the cockpit. More comfortable here than forward. We just made a super quick pit stop at this anchorage here just to put Chandler on deck and do a couple last minute things. It's a little bit harder to do in a marina. To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. Like, we've done, 1,000 day hops. We've crossed the sea a couple times, but that's just sort of like a 24 or 30 hour jaunt. We haven't done, something this size and length in like a really, really long time. So, and like I said, we've just been kind of like sitting and doing not a lot of sailing lately. So I feel a little rusty. I feel pretty nervous. I'm really, really sad to be leaving Baja. We have just loved it. But off we go. 3 to 4 days at sea lie ahead of us, and I hope it's pretty chill and uneventful.
Let's see, 353 nautical miles.
Boy.
It's 10:30 a.m. on a Thursday. Good thing we're not leaving tomorrow.
Oh.
That'd be bad luck. Didn't even think about that
Yeah.
right now. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. Yay.
Yay, you guys ready?
It's been an awesome year.
We're going to the land of crocodiles. Dun dun dun.
Land of coconuts and palm trees. We gotta get you a coconut bikini.
Mike's
Taylor.
very excited about palm trees. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Looks like we're passing through an area with red tide right now. All of a sudden the wake behind the boat turned like blood red. It was super creepy. Pockets of it.
Yeah. So I just read an article, you probably remember there was a guy named El Chapo Guzman who was arrested like 3 years ago or something like that. Earlier today or yesterday, his son was arrested in Sinaloa. The Sinaloa cartel is like going crazy, like rioting all over the state of Sinaloa. So that's like the city of Mazatlan and Culiacan. We are actually headed to Chacala, which is in the next state south. So that's the state of Nayarit. And I think all the violence so far has been in Sinaloa, but all citizens are being told to just stay indoors. It's like pretty serious situation. So I'm glad that we're not going to Mazatlan. It's worth, definitely got to keep an eye on it. And hopefully it'll calm down in the next couple of days anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah, I hadn't heard any of this. Mike just found this article and sounds like we made the right choice. And I don't know, man. It's maybe worth mentioning here that we have always felt safe in Mexico, and this event was definitely an outlier in our year and a half in this country so far. And though we of course felt deeply sad for all the people affected by this, we were glad to not be heading to the popular city of Mazatlan at this particular time.
It's hard to believe that we are leaving our beloved Baja and the Sea of Cortez. And this is the longest passage we've done since arriving in Cabo. I don't know, that's always a little bit nerve-wracking, but also I'm excited. It's been a while. I've been wanting to get out and do a good sail. Unfortunately right now it's a motor. Also a good thing, our radar seems to be working really, really well, like better than it ever has. So I think we kind of solved that one. But I'll show you the chart and what it looks like for us here. There's La Paz. We're going all the way down there to Chacala. Making 6.3. Aha, the wind finally came up enough to shut the engine off. Ah, so good. And check out how amazing Starlink is. We're not in the middle of the ocean, but we're definitely not anywhere near cell service. Oh, she moved. Oh. Were you streaming?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? You're down there streaming a show or whatever?
Yeah.
While we're out here sailing.
Oh, look at that. There's wind.
There's a little wind.
All right.
We're gonna have to jibe a little bit, but yeah.
As the sun set behind the mountains of the Baja Peninsula, the wind picked up and we bid farewell to the beautiful Sea of Cortez. We prepared for nightfall and settled in for a few days at sea. Ike, these are really good. Thank you. Bye, Baja.
Night one of our passage to the mainland. It's like 1:30 a.m. It's been a kind of a mixed bag so far. Generally speaking, not quite enough wind, or would be enough wind if it wasn't dead behind us. And then typical Sea of Cortez stuff, not big waves, but enough, like they're steep and close together, enough to just knock us around. So we've had like the main up to try to steady us. It's just been slatting back and forth, and we got a hole, like a big tear in the main. So that's a real bummer. I was able to tape it up best I could in the middle of the night. Hopefully that holds. The forecast is saying that the wind is supposed to pick up to like 20 plus knots, so we'll see. Oh, I gotta show you guys Barry. We got a little passenger, this booby, been with us for like maybe 3 hours. And that's the other thing that happened. He landed on the masthead and bent the Windex, the little like wind indicator. But yeah, let me show you this guy. He's been riding on the spreader forever now.
That is the moon setting behind me, and the sun is rising ahead. We are on course. It's a little rolly, but we're sailing along. Mike is getting some sleep. Not too bad.
There's the tear in the mainsail.
Well, we were promised 15 to 20 knots basically this whole way, and we started that way, but it has dropped, and it has just been holding at like 5 to 8 knots for the last many hours. So Mike decided to go try to rig up this spinnaker again. Some of you may remember that we bought a used spinnaker several months ago and only attempted to fly it very briefly once, and it didn't exactly go smoothly. Little life update. We tried to pull it down with the sock, and the sock got jammed, and so that was like a real scramble to manually pull that whole thing down, and it wasn't really fun. I stubbed my toe so hard on some bullshit on the deck. It's kind of stressful. We need to tweak our setup, but you know, it's fun for that 30 seconds or whatever. Because our first try with this sail was so hectic, we waited until pretty ideal conditions to attempt this again. And today, with flattish seas and very light winds, we thought we'd give it a go. We got it hoisted without incident. But once it was open, we were able to really get a look at this thing for the first time, and we did not like what we saw.
The sail is way too big for us.
This thing is way too big.
Way too big for us.
The foot is absolutely enormous.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with this.
The sail is just fucking wrong.
We thought we had a not so perfect but still adequately sized spinnaker for our boat, but this was beyond way too big. With a foot of 44 feet, this was meant for a boat at least 50% larger than ours. While it was likely just an accident, this was not what we were told we were buying off a fellow cruiser a while back. And while it definitely was on us to confirm that we were getting what we thought we were upon purchase, it was really upsetting to just now be able to see just how wrong this sail actually was. It felt like a huge blow and brought morale down substantially that afternoon, We were disappointed in ourselves and in the circumstance at large. But important lessons were learned, and no broken bones this time.
Well, so far the story of this passage has been way less wind than forecast. And the wind we've had has always been from an angle that's like really difficult for us to make use of, generally like dead behind us. And if we try to break off on a broad reach, which like what we're doing right now, boat's just rolly. It's like not enough wind to really steady the boat unless we get way off course. And then the tear in the mainsail, so we're trying to be really careful with that. So I've been a little bit frustrated with thinking we were gonna have a real good, maybe even sporty sail, and it's been a struggle to just keep the engine off. But we're doing okay now. The good news is we are a little bit ahead of schedule, and so we actually kind of need to slow down a little bit. Although we still have like 48 hours left. So we can't slow down too much, I guess, but it's okay for us to go a little bit slower now, so that's the good thing. And we're officially back in the tropics. We crossed 23 degrees, 27 minutes on the last watch. That is all I have to say about that.
A little bit of time and an afternoon show from the locals helped to improve everyone's mood a little bit.
We're sailing, so that feels pretty good. The wind finally kind of came around a little bit more on our beam, and we're not quite on course, but we're moving. And it's warming up. It's like the sun feels really hot all of a sudden. And the seas are pretty calm, so everything's looking up. Well, not really, because the mainsail's got 2 rips in it. I'll show you the second rip. When we put a reef in the sail last night to try to protect the first rip, we didn't realize it in the dark, but a little piece of the sail had gotten kind of caught in the kringle where the reef line goes through, and then just chafed through basically and ripped. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a frustrating passage so far. So we got about 42 hours left, maybe, but a little less than 2 days, hopefully.
Did you eat all your dinner, Lucy? Was it good? Oh, good. I just laid down for a little bit and took a quick shower and came upstairs, and look at this. It's sort of weird. I was standing there like listening to the water go past the hull. I was like, there's 2 miles of ocean underneath my feet right now. That is super mind-boggling. What did we talk about with that? Never again.
I have the captain.
Let's never do that again.
understand. Oh, this? Is that our handshake? Everyone just unsubscribed from us.
No, that's the subscribe button. That's the like button. Same as
Wow, we're such losers. Sorry, everybody.
Come on, let's do this one more time. But you go like this. Like. Ding the bell.
Come here for a second.
No.
Just come closer.
No, I made that one up.
Good. It just keeps getting better too.
Yeah.
Our issues and frustrations with our sails in the wind slowly dissolved into a beautiful evening as we watched the full moon rise above the Pacific. But a few minutes later, things went from peaceful to terrifying. Our depth sounder began reading steadily decreasing depths up to around 40 feet. We thought it was maybe some fish, and it seemed to go back to normal. And then...
Oh man, we like almost just hit this guy. Just hold your course. He knows we're here. He knows we're here.
147. I'm like...
That was crazy.
I'm shaking. Holy fucking shit. I was just downstairs. We were both downstairs, but I just ran down for a second to grab something. And I heard what I could have sworn was a whale spout. But sometimes these waves sound like whale spouts. I came up and saw nothing. When we saw it again, it was like 30 feet.
Really close.
Oh my god. And like coming right to our bow. So we just had to do a really immediate turn here, and I still don't know where he is and if we're okay. Stay here?
You can probably go back on our course.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really weird. He was like really not far off of our bow. We're good. That's freaky though. So we quickly kind of turned just to adjust course. And he came up again really close, but now we haven't seen him in a little bit. That was...
I don't like this. Where are you? Oh,
we're okay.
71.
And we've been getting these like really random depth readings. We're in like 9,000 feet of water. Right there.
Where?
To our right. He's going away.
Dude.
It's not a humpback, but that's your favorite animal.
I know, but that's also my worst nightmare.
That's freaky. Night 2, about 2 a.m. I'm a little tired, but it's actually beautiful. It started out with a really nice sail, just really slow and mellow, and then the wind just totally shut off, so we motored for a while, and then we just had it pick up again, so we're back sailing again, just kind of making an easy 4 knots. But we've got 3 boobies that have joined us. There's 1 on each of the upper spreaders, and I think 1 on the bow. They've been with us for like 4 or 5 hours now, just hitching a ride. So that is the update. We got 146 miles to go.
boobies on board with us last night, hitching a ride for many, many hours. And they left so many presents for us on the deck. Aww.
Man, we are having just a really calm, beautiful sail this morning. Pretty amazing. All the girls are downstairs sleeping. Just really enjoying this watch. I've had between 5 and 8 knots of true wind. Only making 3.2 right now. I got a hankering for those tacos I made the other night, so I'm doing that too. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Night 3 and the boat is like completely surrounded by dolphins. I wish I could show them to you guys, but obviously they won't come out. All is well. We got a full moon, which is always nice. I think Taylor's feeling a little bit of the lack of sleep and just a little wear and tear from 3 days at sea. I'm feeling pretty good though. I slept more today. The dogs, of course, are gonna be so happy to get on the beach. If this wind holds, then we should be in by 10 a.m., 11 a.m., somewhere in there. These dolphins are so cool.
Join us next time.
We are finally making landfall.
We arrive to mainland Mexico.
9:30, that took an hour and a half to anchor. There's some massive swell coming in.
We struggle to get the boat to stop moving amid big swell from large California storms, and we start exploring what feels like a whole new country. Coconuts? Cleaning the boat and, you know, working on miscellaneous projects and getting really provisioned and stocked up. So we have a boat that is full of food.
Well, we're not. Get out of here, you blue-footed bitch.